The following is a presentation of the World Baseball Classic. Welcome to the World Baseball Classic from Lone Depot Park in beautiful Miami, and our matchup, the first of the day. The Dominican will be with us again this morning. Okay, so the Dominican Republic did not go well in Game 1 for the Dominicans. They got yes again, Pool D in the World Baseball Classic. Lineups at first pitch coming up next. So he won't go today, but 4 of the top 20 hitters, 20 players in MLB. Intimidated by the names, J.C. Ramirez.
Yeah, J.C. Ramirez, fastball, curveball, slider, change. He's a guy who's known for J.C. Ramirez. We obviously understand that sinker, slider, four-seam combo he likes to throw. We know he's got it hard. They made the plays when they needed to, and they certainly will need that.
The following is a presentation of the World Baseball Classic. Welcome to the World Baseball Classic from Lone Depot Park in beautiful Miami, and our matchup, the first of the day. The Dominican will be with us again this morning. Okay, so the Dominican Republic did not go well in Game 1 for the Dominicans. They got yes again, Pool D in the World Baseball Classic. Lineups at first pitch coming up next. So he won't go today, but 4 of the top 20 hitters, 20 players in MLB. Intimidated by the names, J.C. Ramirez.
Yeah, J.C. Ramirez, fastball, curveball, slider, change. He's a guy who's known for J.C. Ramirez. We obviously understand that sinker, slider, four-seam combo he likes to throw. We know he's got it hard. They made the plays when they needed to, and they certainly will need that. Oh, I love me some Angel Hernandez.
There he is, but an important day for them to play well. Juan Soto up on the first base side, way up there, and it's going to fall in the
on the first at bat. You think about it the night before. You think about it, obviously, for the Dominican with 2 days with a day off, just trying a different look. I think for Nicaragua, it's going to be, all hands on deck.
1-1 to Soto. He might go his third already in this World Baseball. Manager, steady response from a manager who's facing some pressure with this group. So now Rodriguez stands in and takes a strike from J.C. Ramirez. Takes his lead over at first base. Rodriguez. Colbert makes a nice catch and foul.
His mouth is open the whole time. Every time your mouth is open, your eyes do not move. Anytime your mouth is closed.
For many teams at this point of the tournament, once you get a few days in, that's kind of the way it goes defensively.
Learned that from Mike Edmonds, Jim Edmonds, the center fielder for the. There it is.
Manny Machado takes ball 1.
So what's going on, man? He says, I just got to swing at the right pitches. If I'm in control of this pitch right now and drive it to right center, or if he does hit a foul ball.
For the Dominican team, here is the starting lineup, and a couple little changes. Juan Soto moves up into the lead-up. Shot foul.
Approaching and how to adjust. See if Manny makes an adjustment here.
Machado, now that he's a Padre for now and for many more years, is out in the cactus.
My kids loved it.
It's a chance for him to spend a couple weeks here. He's at home.
Anytime you can come to Miami, obviously, or anytime.
The third day of Pool D play. Everybody gets one off day. Kind of the perfect timing for them. In the dirt, and it skips by the catcher, but Soto. There goes Soto. And Machado back. And it'll ricochet all the way down below. Like that one did.
It's 12 o'clock. This stadium is rocking.
And welcome back here to Miami, where the Dominican Republic will play their second game of this World Baseball Classic. Support. Another 3-2. Machado pulls another ball foul. He's giving Juan Soto his workout over there. The Padres are letting him play. At least for now in this tournament, they have
a little bit more.
Fouled it back.
That's better right there. That's a good swing. That's.
This will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat coming up. There he goes. And another foul ball. So now 10 pitches to get through Machado. Soto runs again. Machado at the wall, and he will make the catch.
Park.
Devers takes a strike.
Well, there's really no break in this line.
And the story so far has been Venezuela 2-0 with wins against both Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic.
The at bat.
2-1. letting some of their great players go. Xander Bogaerts signs with the Padres a couple years after they traded 2-1. Fouled.
Always said Fenway Park is made for a hitter that can. Adrian Gonzalez, when he went to Boston, how him and David Ortiz was just
2-2. He drives that one the opposite way. That's a base hit for Devers. Oh, appreciates the effort on the bases from Juan Soto.
He went an absolute tear. This guy symbolizes what the Dominican is all about. He loves to get the party. First base, great secondary. Mr. Devers does. And then we can just see Soto run. And
they did a lot of pitch swinging, a pop-up, and it falls.
Game one with Nicaragua and Puerto Rico, we said, hey, they need to play good defense. They can't get
that catch.
Yeah, right there. That's third baseman's ball.
24 pitches in that game. Now this one there. Who's going to get it? The answer is Nicaragua to limit the damage. Just one for the Dominican Republic. We go to the bottom of the first in Miami.
Carter.
All right, the Dominican Republic jumps out to a 1. Although they have done some things well, man, what a tall task today against a guy.
We're going to see a lot of high fastballs off Christian Javier, just like that one.
Yeah.
He's got that invisible ball. The easiest way to, you foul it off, or you just absolutely whiff it.
First time he's ever appeared today in the shortstop. Alegria at third. Perez the DH. Colbert, Blandino.
Here's game 4 versus the Phillies. 6 innings pitched, 0 hits, and 2 walks only.
And it came after the Phillies had hit. The whole thing changed. It's amazing. It's never happened before. This is with his breaking ball high. So they walked him. That wasn't close.
Change up a whole lot. As you can see, the average on that is 286. A lot of four-seamers, a lot of sliders, and that still kind of get into a rhythm and feel himself throughout this game. Right there. That's a good slider right there. Ball again.
0-2. Pitchers, even without those rules, would be limited field. But hanging up, plenty of time.
That start, Manny, Adames, Franco, Candelarios, Francisco Mejia behind the dish. And
Adames, very solid defensive shortstop. Now to fall.
Let me cover third. Good hitters, they find a way, find a knock. Somehow, some way.
Kessler Colbert takes the breaking ball high. 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the first.
One of the things about Javier too is that you don't.
Another foul ball, and the count is now 1-2
in this inning.
And it's interesting in this tournament. You 1-2 up and away. I missed badly, but there was some talk. Maybe when you lose that first game, you just have to throw all that out the window. Yeah, that might have cost.
We'll see.
Right field, Jimenez.
Task tonight against Israel that they'll be ready to go and really ready to fire.
Tournament so far, only the 1 hit he's made to slug the Dominican Republic. They're just not. These opportunities.
No.
Took the breaking ball. Did not swing. Pitchers pushed a little bit in the first inning. Blandino, well, it's big out there though, Rodriguez. Plenty of room.
That's why he caught it.
The only reason why. Sandor Guido, young second baseman for the Rays. He's had good at bats already. I'm looking forward to watching Franco. That problem, he had 2 different injuries, cost him some.
Shortstops in Pena and Franco, Segura, and got a lot of really good short. Healthy, oh, he'll be a thrill.
He had a minor league career almost 3-2. He works a walk. He's done a lot of that already in this World Baseball.
I asked him a little bit about that. I said, when did you start getting that lean? He says, one day.
There goes Franco from first. The pitch high and tight. The throw not nearly in time. So still nobody out. Runner at second. Adames pulls the ball foul. Rodney Linares talking before the game about how they had some advantage.
A team like USA with that stacked lineup of hitters.
Since 2020, nobody's had more at shortstop. And he's big personality.
What I like to call in this stacked lineup, this stacked roster, a really good glue guy.
With no outs in the second inning. 0 for 12. With this lineup, that seems sort of impossible.
It happens. Like we saw earlier with Devers.
That is a fact. On this team, have to execute in some of these situational at-bats.
Nelson Cruz at times, that will be on first.
Roster, but also is the team's general manager. He's in uniform. 2-2, Adames.
He can tag.
The warning track. He'll catch it. Franco with
That's a quality at-bat. Just like we saw with Manny. Problem is now if you're Nicaragua, you got to play in. You know you haven't been scoring a lot of runs.
Runner at third, one out. Infield in. Good breaking ball for a strike.
Let's miss 1-1 here on that breaking ball down because you want to strike out.
Switch hitter batting left-handed. And he pulls that one on the first base side. Fouls.
He's going to give you your best stuff.
That one wasn't close. It's 2-2. 2-2. Full count, 3-2.
He's got nothing right now for JC.
And he got it with the breaking ball. Strike 3.
Against Candelarios. Great execution right there by JC Ramirez.
On the ground to first. Colbert's got it. And he feeds to Ramirez. Was no more. Giants since then have moved into their beautiful waterfront ballpark.
Who batted .316, 23 homers, 66 RBIs.
Strike one. Foul ball from Bernard. It's Ford managing his son. It's not every seat taken, but it's packed. Great breaking ball there.
The fastball very well. Kind of stayed away from the fastball.
Taking a leadership role on this team. I think Nicaragua played a couple
in this stage with these players.
Boost of confidence. Fly ball. Jimenez. Whether the game counts or doesn't count.
You beat them.
You can talk yourself into. Left-handed hitter doesn't have a lot of power, but he can get the bat on the ball.
Love guys that chose his swing.
I watched Jeff McNeil the other night. He choked.
Then you got guys like this guy who just chokes up.
No swing. 1-2. And he'll make the catch. He go coming up next. 2 innings for each of the 2 starters so far. Big first time through the order. Running up that pitch count, but he's ball 1 to Soto.
I think for what he brings to the table.
The 1-0 pitch. That one wasn't close. Even 240 batting average is coming again in 2023 for this guy. I know batting average isn't always the best way to measure an offensive player's. Oh, here comes another one.
That's the reason why everything he does is with a purpose, whether it's in the batting cage or in batting.
That's 3-1. That's ball 4. So Soto draws a leadoff walk. Can understand the manager for Nicaragua, Sandor Guido. Just
so too, I think that's the right move. You look at Soto.
His skill set, he's running. Rodriguez, strike. Valle will
let him go. Feet first to protect herself. That's a catch. What a play.
So a ball like that on your glove side as opposed to your opposite side. Here's Machado. And he drives out. He will leap and he makes a catch.
Good crack at it. I think he got a little bit underneath it, a little bit out in front. But
a few more. Pitching change coming here. 1-0 Dominican. Well, you got to give JC Ramirez credit. It wasn't perfect. Kind of a late addition to this roster for the World Baseball Classic. Dilmer Mejia.
He did. I mean, he maneuvered his way through a tough lineup. Just 1 run.
Has to hang around. That's when you're loaded. Hang around. See what happens. Devers against the lefty Mejia. That's ball 1.
A lot of sliders. Not that many fastball. We'll try to just
against some of the best hitters in the world.
You don't necessarily need to throw 100. Or in today's
3-0. Devers did not get credit. Has made up 3-0. Right on the outside. 3-2.
Now Devers took a shot right. He wants to demolish, and he just misses it.
Woo! Soto gets the head start, and it's ball 4. Came up and in. Devers draw.
That Dominican have. Elo Jimenez is one of them. Guy who really worked on his body in the offseason.
16th with this lineup in 2 games with runners in scoring position.
Now they got to earn it. The chances. So I'd rather have my 16 chances than just say half of that. 8.
That one is base hit Jimenez. There you go. First hit with a run.
Was a little kid wearing the uniform.
A run-scoring dance in the dugout, in the stands. Sure. First time through the order. Running up that pitch count, but he's still in the game against the top of the lineup. Soto from both sides, but especially this side of the plate. He takes a strike. Montez playing so.
But with that being said, we've got 2 middle infielders that can definitely go back on balls.
Slow chopper toward third, and a race to the bag. All right, back here in Miami as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Career home run leaders among players born in the Dominican Republic.
His body looks great. Saw him earlier today in batting practice. He was hitting balls inside that clubhouse. It's just as special as it gets, man. A bilingual guy, a guy who really worked. You know, the total package for.
Against Christian Javier, 2-0. Dominican Republic leads.
To help kids, help anybody for free, no charge whatsoever. Boomstick is here, and Nelson Cruz.
Pavilion out there, which is packed with fans. Big windows looking out.
He's going to have a big year for the Padres, I think.
Layton, who has walked. It'll be Franco calling off his.
He's a guy that's pounding the zone right now, especially early on with 35 pitches through 3, 2 and 2.
But more efficient. I think this tournament rewards that. Alegria swings right.
Well, what you see is what you get. Fastball's up in the zone, challenging you. Get up.
0-2.
Javier did him a favor right there, slowing him down.
Just trying to hang around, and who knows whether DH. Curveball for a strike. Who knows? Maybe he and Julio Rodriguez could be teammates someday. Rodriguez out in center field. 0-2. Runner goes. Foul ball.
They try to get it to that back foot.
Number 42 coming up for Javier. That's the other thing, and more pitches. Another 0-2. Got it. Fastball. Strike 3. So he won't go today, but 4 of the top 20 hitters, 20 players in MLB. Well, to account for the travel to get here for the later rounds of the tournament, good. Mexico looked really good last night. I don't know if it's too strong to say Team USA.
They got their hands full for sure.
They play Canada today, and Canada, what, 2-0 Dominican Republic leading here, and Adames slide drive base hit against Flores. In this format where you're in a pool where you have some talented teams
on in this tournament, right? Because you want to be the first guy to get 2 wins. I think if you get 2 wins, I'm slim.
Foul ball, and it got a piece of the catcher off.
My call was Aroldis Chapman. After 6 pitches, I took my gear off and I said, yeah, I'm not cut out for. And you know, he wasn't like bouncing them or anything. It was just
now to 100 miles an hour. There's so many hard throwers. When he first came up,
Cincinnati,
he will make the turn and head to third. So the Dominican Republic.
Candelario and Elo Jimenez as he turns on the fastball right here. He wants to get his uniform dirty. You can tell in their eyes. This was more of a message to the tournament pool.
Nicaragua, but these are the at-bats where the Dominican Republic, they got to take advantage of these. Flores throws. Mejia on the ground, base hit through that open hole.
Runner on first. There's always a big hole right there on the right side of the field. Gets it.
And Machado looming. Ball. Change up for a ball.
You know, one thing I've seen so far.
Soto.
Ball
2-0. Nobody takes a pitch
from some of the grades, right? Baez, when he's locked in, he's got the seeds going.
2-0. And a liner to first, caught for a double play. Wow.
For the first baseman, not much Soto can do either.
This turns into a double play. Pitching change back right after this. But Juan Soto, now he can smile. He wasn't smiling a minute ago after he lined his top of the fourth. It's 3-0. Julio Rodriguez on the ground. Past the diving attempt of Alegria. Comes through, and Machado's going to come up for the third time. What a day it's been for him. He's 0 for 2. Would have been home runs at his home ballpark in San Diego, Petco Park. And we found a new metric. Oh, so just that close to a 2.
I'd rather see that, especially early on like this.
Center fielder Montez for out number 3. Plátano power, that's what Yonder calls it. 4-0. We talk about pool play. Now that's a pool. Tournament, what a start for Venezuela. I mean, everybody looked at this pool. Venezuela's already played those 2 teams. Center field, Rodriguez. 4 outs.
And obviously being in the finals, and that hasn't happened. Venezuela kind of stayed quiet, under the radar.
Here's Alex Blandino. He goes after the first bit. It's an interesting point because
Dominican Republic, it's been just lights out, pure clean baseball.
Are gone for this Dominican Machado territory, but not quite. 2 down.
Go an extra inning or inning and a third.
Scoring position. Only 2 hits, both singles. Isaac Bernard takes. These teams all. Before, you might call a buddy.
That's got it. That was nasty. Back up.
Again, Pool D in the World Baseball Classic. Lineups at first pitch coming up next. First 2 games here inside this ballpark. Rafael Devers takes a strike, big slow breaking ball.
One thing I'm noticing from Devers is how he screwed up on the box a little bit.
Below the usual big league speed.
I mean, I never ball kind of get those breaking balls as they're
pulls that one foul. Hard hit ball, but foul.
Miguel Cairo used to say you got to stay humble in this game. So
yeah, I'll go with that.
That's about it.
Foul back to this
bilingual.
Yeah, you had that occurred by the shortstop Layton playing over on.
Look how long that is. Look how behind it he is. Do the easiest thing and play catch with your first baseman.
And if you're watching the,
that could possibly be a base hit. And I saw the other day, spring training, for a lefty.
Jimenez is a little up in the batter's box. Hits a ground ball. Nobody's there.
Stays through it though. He just continues to fight with that.
DeFranco has a walk, and it's hit into a fielder's choice. 0 for 1. Maybe there was a little discussion in the dugout about against some of these.
I used to do that with guys that used to face not that many.
If you want to rhyme it, if it's high, let it fly. If it's low, let it go. Who says you need to rhyme?
Man, overrated.
2-2 to Franco. To the wall, and another catch at the wall.
As he's going back into the wall, he feels the warning track, hits the wall first, and makes more plátanos.
or more curls. One of the 2 base hit. I give Nicaragua some credit. The defense was really spectacular plays.
1-2. Really good. It's going to happen in this game, but it's a team that should be proud.
He got him. So Adames chases the breaking ball through. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of World Baseball Classic Inc. and may not be reproduced.
4 strikeouts he had. Those sliders were the go-to, kind of diminished. We know one thing about Diego Castillo. There's a lot of sliders and a lot of 2-seamers just like that.
Than Christian Javier in terms of the result. Rodriguez has been busy today.
The game right now, you can have a guy who's 93, 95 miles an hour with a lot of...
His second at bat. Right there, that sinker at the knees. And there's the compliment to it. Bounce that one, the changeup. The Mariners got back to the playoffs last year and broke their long drought with every time it was over. A chance to be the best game of the entire is thinking, hey,
oh yeah,
we got a chance to pull off an upset and maybe get ourselves in that mix.
Loaizaga, the approach they took, Kevin Youkilis, their hitting coach, I mean, you can tell.
Big bouncer to first. The feed to Cast. The whole thing changed for them yesterday when Loaizaga came in the game. Who is a big leaguer in a weird way, was an
you're up for. Where you're facing a guy that you've never seen before. It's all a matter.
2-1. See if he throws it. Well, he did, but he pulled it off the outside. 3-1. 3-1.
That's a good one right there. Go cement mixer slide.
3-2. Got him with it. Welcome to the World Baseball Classic from Lone Depot Park in beautiful Miami, and our matchup, the first of the day, the Dominican Republic. First game of the day, the third day of Pool D here in Miami.
That's not going to back down by any means.
Down to second.
Kind of stopped the momentum there a little bit for the Dominican team, but Tejas
scores a couple runs, still nobody out. Who knows? I mean, Dominican Ivan Marin is the player now. Top spin liner to right. 2 down to right field. So Bernard has come out. Here's Juan Soto. Strike one.
It's just a beauty to watch. The way he takes pitches, the way he goes out.
He's had 3 great at bats already. And on base twice.
Was having a great spring training.
It's gone into the second deck.
On to Soto, but with that being said, that swing was beautiful. We were caught in the middle of it. Oh man, swing. Look at this curveball, just hung. Look how connected with it.
Tip your cap with a smile. Juan Soto makes it. Well, that was pretty exciting. Juan Soto into the second deck here in Miami. Shohei Ohtani's been unbelievably great.
Yeah, he sure does.
Playing so deep. Long way to go, and it'll be the shortstop. 5-0 Dominican Republic with the lead. Big part of their bullpen. First chance to see him in this year's World Baseball Classic.
Classic appearance. I'm sure he's very excited.
His first pitch is grounded foul. Has it. And he throws a little bit high.
There. Or rush it a little bit. Great job. Like they got an arsenal in Houston, don't they?
Pitchers in the sport. What he signed for $10,000 as a 16-year-old,
including the postseason last year. Terrell had 81 appearances last year, so this is like a very reliable.
Caution from the Houston side about just making sure he doesn't get overworked. I'll agree. Goes down swinging. That's explosive. Barely a setup guy for the Astros. They have so many talented pitchers.
You got
for Montero. Never played above single A and struggled even at that level as a hitter.
Middle, hard to play, but the action that he gets from it.
Nicely scooped up by Wander Franco. New catcher comes in for Nicaragua. This game moves to the 7th inning for the Dominican Republic. And he dropped one here. It is gone into center field. Go somewhere else.
Well, he definitely had his platinum. What a beautiful swing.
Well, he's hit 2 other balls farther today that weren't home. What are we calling that? The home run sash? Just a group of tremendous at bats today. Those two get. It's a little scary for everybody else, I think. Today with the balls that Machado alone has hit. This is not a home run where baseball.
But sure enough, I mean, it's still a big ballpark.
Yeah, the lunch happened. So I don't know if it would have been a home run in the old configuration or not.
You got to feel about where they're at.
Balls in this game. Ground ball to Dominican Republic leads Nicaragua after the 7th inning stretch. Bottom of the 7th now.
Cesar Valdez.
Valdez first.
Doesn't walk anybody. He's coming right after you. But a guy in the Winter League, though, 6-0 with a 1.5.
He's 37 years old. And who knows, maybe a little. You can hear the fans game. He missed low with his changeup. So.
Oh, there goes that.
His first at bat of the day.
When he's throwing, just let it go. That's a good visit right there. Slow him down a little. Get a visit here. Get ready for the next day. Wellington Cepeda goes and takes a nice little toss.
Real high leverage guys back involved in this game. Have a chance to kind of
going forward, moving forward here.
Plus, you never know. You get a chance to get in. Full count here after he's already 3-2. He issued another walk. Cards in 5 years in the big leagues never has been able to have a sustained run of success.
He's always been a starter, especially with the Dominican Winter League.
Getting his first at bat of the game. He's behind at the count 0-2. That's when the comeback started. Got it. So there's.
But it's a good one, and it's a dandy. But last night's game going back.
Baseball Classic history. Field. All the way back. Soto near the.
Juan Soto was able to track it down.
Veteran players that they're going to lean on. Francisco Lindor even. I mean, he's had pretty good.
Same route where you can do a lot of different things, right? You can do hit and runs. These are guys that can handle the bat. They can.
0-2. On the ground to first, and that's exactly what he'll do. So good for Cesar. The following is a presentation of the World Baseball Classic. Well, just a couple innings away from the first win of this against Acuna. Ball 1. A little bit of a logjam. See how he doles out the at-bats. Thomas has looked pretty good at the
bats as possible. But it's also nice to have that bench where you can leave.
Guilt. Full count 3-2.
Gene Segura right there.
He could be a good weapon. So I think you just need the ball in play, a line drive somewhere. That's a hit.
Base hit.
Nobody out. Second. We'll go to second to get the one. Oh, Lord.
You see that face. Oh, it's going to hurt tomorrow.
Trying to explain to everybody in there what just happened. Hey, by the way, you were talking. And caught on the move. What a catch by. Hangs on to the ball. Nice play for Nicaragua.
Right back up on his feet and throwing that ball back in for that double play.
Of course, he could have walked it back in for a double play. I think this team from good defensive plays since then. This would be 10-0. Who knows what the lead is. That's kind of what you expect from this team. That was a swing.
Away. we see that change-up screwball type of action dropping off the table.
Really good defensive plays himself. Sloppy as they did defensively, they've cleaned it up. Little dribbler.
Tomorrow, look at that. How do you do that? Teach me that.
Since this guy, Alegria, had a base hit of this World Baseball Classic, they'll take on Venezuela. Layton rounding to third. He'll get the stop sign.
Whole body's going that way. The bat's going that way. The barrel's going that way. And all you can do after that kind of.
Coaching staff into action. Ball one off the inside to Perez. 1 year old at the plate against 37 years old on the mound. And the 21-year-old is ahead to. That's ball three. There's a strike.
There it is.
He did not. He walked him. So now the bases are.
I think he's seen enough right now, too.
Well, the Dominican sends the pitching coach out for a conference. Stroman deep. And Stroman had been kind of loaded one out. And that run is in. Here comes the throw home. The tag out at home plate.
A rally killer. Soto comes right through to Mejia. Huge mistake by Nicaragua.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
Just ran right through that. Well, Nicaragua with a spirited rally here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Well, Luis Garcia with the San Diego Padres, we know one thing. He's got a really good fastball. 97-98 the action.
Ivan Marin, first pitch swinging. Ground ball to third. Fair ball. Backhanded there, and Machado throws.
Vintage Soto, vintage Machado. Both of those guys obviously.
It's been a banner day for Juan Soto. On base 3 times. The only time. 6-1. Okay.
Good changeup right there. Good for
1. 0-2. He got him. He strikes out Juan Soto with the changeup.
Didn't know you had that.
Before the game today. Here's Julio Rodriguez. Juan Soto is still not.
We'll get to Oscar Hernandez as well.
The Dominican will take on Israel, and they're going to have to play without him.
I saw right there. So here he is talking.
Experience in anything like this, Rodriguez is already in the highest level. Definitely something to cheer. 1 for 4. He's hit the ball hard just about every time. Strike one. 9th inning, 2 down, nobody on. That's a strike. It's 0-2. Can he strike out the side? Machado, foul ball back out.
Look at the grin right there.
0-2. Machado, and he'll miss it. Can't make the catch.
Look at that backside. Knee to knee. That's when you
will give Machado a double. He has been on it today. Machado, Ebert. It's Rafael Devers. You take your deep breath. Okay. 1-1. Those looks today from Rafael Devers. Chance to drive in a run here.
Ball 10.
2-1.
Ball.
3-1. Devers toward the corner, and it's a foul ball. 15 wind sprints early in the game with foul balls, so
Manny's doing all the running now.
About time that he 3-2. Out again. Thrower, he's kind of stuck with that cheat up in the box a little bit. And he struck him out though. What a well, we've had a lot of cool stuff today. This might be the best, the first time in the World Baseball Classic. And he struck out Juan Soto, Julio Rodriguez.
Can you imagine how proud his parents are?
I mean, he probably should have retired the side in order. Machado had a ball that could have been caught. And it's strike 3.
Man, where did that changeup come from? When he started throwing them, especially to Devers.
Just did.
And as a young man, when you step foot in a big league stadium as well, that's a big deal.
Dominican Republic 2 outs away from a win. Luis Garcia painting corners, strike.
I don't even care who's hitting.
Yeah, when you throw 96,
I just grab the ball and try to throw strikes. Other than
Rodolfo Bonet went around on the slider, strike 3. So now, not total domination today from.
yes, he has.
Strike 1.
We'll say it was
Foul ball, and now 1 strike away. Celebrating a win. They've been celebrating all after the 0-2. Fouled away. Valle is takes that one 1-2.
made multiple decisions.
Jock Peterson's going to hit leadoff tonight for Israel. The 1-2. Valle is just not going to go quiet. Now the 2-2. The dirt.
First tournament.
I've been very impressed. They're going to go 0-3 here and have a 3-2. Big charges and got him at first. Ball game up. First win in this World Baseball Classic for one of the heavy favorites.
And I like Juan Soto at the leadoff. 2 hits, 3 runs, a big bomb. Manny Machado 2 for 5 with